My compelling testimony has been just devastated by listening to the people ahead of me, and I'm glad you guys are getting paid the big bucks to sort all this out and figure out how these dollars. So I'm not going to go into which child I like the most. We are a community action agency. We handle the housing programs. We handle Head Start. We're the early learning hub for Coos and Curry counties and Reedsport. We also do food distribution. We have the CASA program. And the one thing I would ask for as you're funding programs, rural communities pose a special problem in that we have very small agencies that are supporting programs. So when we go to do housing or food distribution, they lack the sophistication to do all the documentation and put the things together to get the funding from the state. Just recently we had an example where a overnight warming shelter was running out of funds. We had the funds in our agency through our state dollars through HCS to help them. Unfortunately, the process we had to go through to get those funds released to help them were nearly impossible, and we're still going through that process. So I really ask when you send dollars out to rural communities, you make them as flexible and as low barrier as possible. Right now, we are offering a program called FAST, where we are moving kids out of foster care back to their moms and dads. We've set up communal housing. We move the parents in there. We reattach the children, and we look for long-term housing outside. It's a partnership with DHS, which we have a wonderful relationship down here. It's a partnership with 2 CCOs and with money from the state. Those flexible dollars, you blend them, braid them, and we're having a dramatic impact in one of the areas that has the highest rate of children in foster care. So I just ask, as you're funding those programs, be it housing, early learning, all those programs, be flexible. But also add that I have nothing against, I served on the school board with Representative McEwen. We hired some math teacher as a principal 1 year before we knew he was going to be a politician. And so I have no affinity for schools. So
Mr. Lehman, even though I recognized you as a former legislator, you need to introduce yourself for the record, please.
Mike Lehman, Director of Reagan Coast Community Action.
Thank you. Thank you for coming today. Next panel, please.